Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for a post-narrated video for a couple reasons. One, I didn't comment all the way through, and two, there were enough times where I had angry outbursts at the game that I figured it would be better to just redo the entire narration instead of just blanking out those bits. So, here we are. We find ourselves in the speedy little French armored car here, and big thanks to the STRV that was behind me that did not crash me off the road. So, big thanks there. I'm driving the AML-90 just because it's not spaded out, and it's got a decent little gun, and it's a little sneaky hidey boy, and, well, you know, I planned to scout some enemies over here in the trees where I'm pointed right now. After I got the first capture here, I only had about 1,000 points to go to unlock the AMX-32. So I figured, you know, what the heck. We'll drive the AML-90, we'll see if we can't get in amongst these trees and rubble buildings over here and stuff and ambush whatever enemies are gonna inevitably come in through the woods. So that was the plan, and that's what I was trying to do here. We've already got the capture under our belt. We're probably most of the way towards having the AMX-32 unlocked anyways, and I thought this would be a good little spot to hide right here if I could just bring it to a stop, and then it skidded right on through, and I figured, what the heck, we'll push up a little farther closer to B since they're capturing it, and stop right up here where we can kind of watch off to the left and to the right. And before we even get into position, you can hear the turbine engine whine off to the right. Sounds like he's closing in. So waiting just kind of undercover here so I can move in either direction, watching, listening, trying to figure out exactly where the guy is. Bunch of artillery hit off to the right. I guess and tried to scout, and it missed, unfortunately. I was guessing based on the sound, so I said, alright, we'll have to scout him the old-fashioned way by hitting him. Come up around here, still can't see him, he's moving, I stop, the bush blocks my view just long enough for me to get hit. So much for the AML-90. And that's where I stopped narrating originally, because I thought, well, so much for unlocking the AMX-32 in style after that just happened. So, respawn back in my AMX-30 Acra, coming on up here to make my way up towards Bravo, and get hit promptly by the people I expected to be hiding over there in the woods. However, I did manage to get a missile shot in, which we got a pretty decent hit into that Abrams, and luckily took out his loader, which I think sort of helped me, and since my cruise control was still on, my tank started moving. But somehow I survived his follow-up shot, and was able to mark him on the map, and then, God bless him, touched a cow, my random squad mate. I'm gonna heap some praise upon him multiple times during this video. Because not only did he take out the Abrams that was shooting me, he then pulled up alongside and helped repair me. You don't always get that from a random puppy squad mate, so big thanks there. My missile turret didn't quite turn fast enough to get a shot on that guy being chased off by our STR-F90 there. But I was able to pick off the Roycott that was also within the cap right as he hit me. And then I line up to hit the Abrams, but the Abrams had been taken out by the STRF. And then, again, my friend in the STRV-120, or actually he's in a Leopard 2A4, he's not even in a STRV-121. But he pulls up and helps me repair again. And gives me a little bit of cover. As we promptly get hit by a helicopter, Hellfire, and get set on fire. And have to repair again. So this time I put off some smoke to try and protect us from the helicopter. It was the best I could really do, and then my squad mate helped me repair for a third time in about 8 seconds. And there's a call out that there are 3 enemy helicopters up. So they're calling push on the ground, so I thought, alright, what the heck, let's go take Bravo here, do what we can. So I'm trying to kind of lead the charge. And you can hear an engine, a turbine engine over here to the right. I'm trying to get a shot on him, and right about figuring he's gonna come pulling around this corner. He doesn't, so I try to get a shot on him, and the way the gun whip works, my barrel flings to the left as I stop driving, and inertia carries the missile right past the M1 Abrams and doesn't hit it. Simply glorious. So I'm arriving back over the battlefield now in my A-10 Dow, and you can see there is an Apache up there taking hits and dropping down. So I was trying to zoom in on him, and suddenly he's down and destroyed. So no big deal. Pull off, come back around. I've got rocket pods and bombs to drop, so I want to find something to hit and then go chasing after whatever other helicopters may or may not still be alive, as 3 of them were called out. So come zipping along, and what do I spot? There's an enemy tank moving along on the ground. Punch up all my rockets, drop the bombs, climb away from that tree, and got him. So that was pretty good. You can see another enemy mark there by the buildings where I was initially hiding in the AML-90, so I'm going to try and get a strafe on him and then see if I can't go find another helicopter. Didn't really get a good hit on him. Come in, there's another helicopter off in the distance. Our J-29 is in after him, but I'm going to try my best to get in there and help him out as well. Now the helicopter is down pretty low somewhere. I can't see him as I fly over. I saw the shadow of him, but never actually saw him, and it turns out he was crashing anyways into the ground, so we may or may not have caused his demise by chasing after him, myself and the J-29, but not sure. Then, unfortunately, I made my turn away from that F-4 right over the top of their helicopter pad, which is nothing but an annoyance AAA site now. And it just hits me for the next 25 minutes as I'm trying to dive away and get some speed up in my A-10 DAR, and the best I could really do was warn the team that there's an F-4 up and then try and get away, and right as I'm finally leveled off and away from the helipad, a Kika comes and catches me from behind. But I was able to see that he still had a bomb on board, so that's important information to share with the team. So I'm watching around for the Kika, or the Freaka, as Sen Noobs refer to it. Still one of my favorite names I've ever encountered in the game. Sen Noobs. Beautiful. 100 out of 100, I approve. And there he goes. He had already dropped his bomb, but I was able to at least partially get my 20 mil after him. Got one hit on him, and then got another hit on him a second later, but unfortunately it was not with the main gun, which probably would have been an instant kill on him. And then I'm typing out, I hit him, but nothing good, and then suddenly he's dead. So I hit him, and it was enough to kill him. So thankfully, a little revenge on the Kika there. Now you can hear the Tunguska off to my left has got the sound glitch going on, which I thought was a thing of the past, but since errors come back in this game all the time, I'm not surprised to see it back again. Up straight ahead of me as I'm typing the message to warn the Tunguska, you can see something up here shooting. And there it is again. It's Bradley. I got a couple of hits on him with the 20 mil, and then put artillery at him, which I didn't think was probably going to actually get him, as he was not likely to stay put in the same place very long. And there's a T-114 right next to him, which my main gun somehow doesn't hull break, but at least I had the 20 mil coax to finish him off with, so there's an actual kill for me. And we've met back up with my random squad mate here. Joy of joys. We're back together again. I was really hoping to be able to help him here, but as you'll see, it took me a second to get this message typed out to try and warn the Tunguska to fire his guns off so that the gun sound bug would go away, and then by the time I get back up here, Touch the Cow has taken out a Type 87, but a Type 89 unfortunately killed him, and I couldn't tell where it came from, so I didn't want to go driving up there and discover to my detriment where the Type 89 was. So I'm trying to go around these houses over here to my right and spot where the heck the thing is. Our team is capturing the C point. There's a bunch of smoke, which I assumed was from the Type 89, although I hear shooting going on that seems like it's friendly from the STRF. And sure enough, it was the STRF-90 taking out the Type 89. So by the time I could get up along parallel with Charlie, it was already captured out, so unfortunately, I failed my random squad mate twice and couldn't save him either time. So I set up an ambush here rather than driving directly into their spawn. Set up kind of an ambush here to wait things out, and Sergeant York bails out of the battle. And as I apologize to my random squad mate there for failing to save him twice, we check on the enemy team list and find out, somewhat to my surprise, that it's empty. They're literally all gone. This battle is over. And this is where I thought, well, maybe I will keep this video and use it as a unlocking my AMX-32 in style, because I ended up in second place, so it actually turned out much better than I originally had thought it was going to, and I even had a crate. So not really that bad, actually. I thought it was going to be a terrible battle in the first thing when I didn't get the shot off, the scout or the shot off on the Abrams, and then this turned out to be okay. Even notwithstanding the not getting the 30,000 or either of the two talismans there, but, you know, whatever. It's to be expected with a crate. But there it is, AMX-32 unlocked. And actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And big shout out to Touch the Cow there. Awards, nothing terrible, nothing special. Battle log was alright. Picked off a few kills actually there and got some assists and some damage, and it all ended up okay. So, thank you all very much for watching, and here is the AMX-32 unlock screen, just for those of you who have never seen it. And take care, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought in the comments. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out these links here on screen, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.